Hello, I want to talk about reconnecting with your dog. When we reconnect with our dogs, we actually help us to feel or understand something that we may have stopped understanding or feeling. And it also helps us to put us back into communication with our dogs. Like right now, just have a look at your dog. Where is your dog? Just try this right now. Reconnect with your dog. Just think about your dog and you'll feel that sense of joy, warmth and compassion, empathy, and a smile is most likely going to come to your face. So when we simply reconnect with our dogs, that's the first step into the present moment, and it's also stepping into having the mindset of a guardian, which is simply wanting to defend and protect another, in this case our dogs, from physical as well as psychological harm. So this is so much more critical than you could ever, at first glance, really think it would be. And having the mindset of a guardian simply by being in the present moment and reconnecting with your dog, when you feel that sense of joy and compassion and warmth and empathy, do you want to harm your dog? Having that mindset is incompatible with wanting to harm your dog. And having that mindset is also beyond scientific scrutiny. And I want to illustrate this point, that statement that I just made, with a question. Despite the science clearly demonstrating that it's much more humane to use positive reinforcement brings humans and their dogs closer together. It builds trust in dogs with humans. It also demonstrates that our dogs have more pleasant experiences, of course, and that their learning pathways in their brains are engaged. So despite all the science saying that, my question is, why are veterinarians and dog trainers still punishing dogs, still using shock collars, choke chains, prong collars, punishment, intimidating techniques? And this is where having the mindset of a guardian is beyond scientific scrutiny, because it doesn't need validation, unlike science. You're already coming from a position of wanting to defend and protect your dog from physical and psychological harm. And so that means you automatically eliminate using punishment or negative reinforcement. It also means that you automatically use positive reinforcement, but you use it in a thoughtful and considered way because you're looking at your dog's life from their perspective, which means that you're using positive reinforcement without judging or blaming your dog, getting frustrated or angry or resentful towards your dog. And you're not likely to surrender your dog to a shelter or abandon your dog. And you're not likely to give up on your dog. Now, because we don't need to validate that mindset, no validation is required, it's transparent. And that means it can stand alone without any of the pretenses of having ethics attached to it, or a code of conduct, or any moral position, because you're automatically coming from a position of wanting to defend and protect your dog from physical and psychological harm. But there's also so much a more broader effect of having the mindset of a guardian, and a very crucial effect. And that's simply because your mindset and your natural disposition is going to be one of empathy and compassion, and that means that your natural disposition is going to be one of being humane. Now, there's also a number of different effects that reconnecting with our dogs gives us. And it's not just on a local community sense, in that when we do have the mindset of a guardian for our dog, we automatically have the courtesy and a lovely byproduct of when we come into contact with other dogs and other humans, we're also inadvertently protecting them from physical and psychological harm, because our goal and our mindset is to protect our own dog from physical and psychological harm. Another broader effect of having the mindset of a guardian is that it's an inclusive mindset. So it doesn't pit those people or those humans that use punishment against those that use positive reinforcement. Instead, it unites us all together, veterinarians, dog trainers, and humans that have dogs in their life. We all are coming from the same position of having empathy, compassion, and we're choosing the most humane science to demonstrate that. But there's also a much more wonderful effect when we have the mindset of a guardian simply by reconnecting with our dogs. And that's the experience that we have as humans of reconnecting with our dogs, and the joy that we feel, the compassion and the empathy that we feel when we've reconnected and we have the mindset of a guardian. And this is what is crucial to decreasing the number of dogs that are surrendered, abandoned, neglected and abused. And this collective experience, this collective human experience where we have compassion and empathy for our dogs, is what is going to increase the quality of life of our dogs. The most revealing thing about reconnecting with our dogs and having the mindset of a guardian for them is the openness and the wisdom that that mindset brings.